Welcome everyone. My name is Laura Lin, and I will be your guide as we explore Buddhism together. Today's topic is happiness. The Buddha said that I would not be teaching this if true happiness and liberation were not possible. In fact, the quality of mind such as happiness, contentment, sense of well-being, and joy are all innate in our true nature, our Buddha nature. So why is it that sometimes we feel frustrated, stressed out, anxious, and dissatisfied? This reminds me of a song title which I'm going to change and borrow. The top song goes something like this. Looking for love in all the wrong places. So I think we're unhappy because we're looking for happiness in all the wrong places. Let me explain what I mean by that. In the Second Noble Truth, the Buddha taught that the cause of our suffering and our distress is our attachment. We are fixated on something outside of ourselves to happen in a certain way before we can be happy. It also has been referred to as the only if mind by one of my meditation teacher, Tara Brach. For example, the only if mind will go like this. I will be happy only if my kids get into Harvard. Never mind that your kid may be only 3 years old right now. Or it can be, I will be happy only if I'm not stuck on the team at work with all these know-it-alls. Well, the problem with this only if mind is that we are tying our happiness to outside factors that may or may not arise. And this makes me wonder how much of our life we put on hold or remain unrealized because of this obsession. Another problem with this only if mind is that even if we get what we wanted in the perfect condition, our happiness still can be fleeting. Why is that? Because we're so conditioned to be always on the way to somewhere else. We're busily grasping things that we like and pushing away things we don't like. We don't even stop and pause long enough to savor the joy that is right here, right now. So, is true happiness possible? The answer is yes. It depends on the quality of our presence, how we relate moment to moment as our life's journey unfolds. This reminds me of an Eskimo saying. It goes something like this. Yesterday is ashes. Tomorrow is unburned wood. Only today does the fire burn brightly. See, we have a choice to enjoy the warmth and brightness of the fire today, right now, not tomorrow, not only if. So let's go to our meditation where I hope we can experience for ourselves the true source of our happiness. Please find a comfortable position where you can feel both relaxed and alert. Please close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths, breathing in and breathing out. With each in-breath and each out-breath, you are starting to feel your own lovely presence right here, right now. In a few minutes, I will be inviting you to join me in an experiment. Let me tell you what it is first. I would like you to form a tight fist and see how that feels in your body, mind, and heart. Okay? Now, please form that tight fist. How do you feel? Is there tension in your face because you're clenching your teeth? Is there some feeling of anxiety because you're holding your breath while you're trying to hold your fist tightly? Now, please relax your hand and let that go. How does that feel? Does it feel differently? Maybe your body feels more relaxed. You're not tensing up your shoulders and your neck or even your stomach. And maybe you feel a sense of relief. Phew! More spaciousness and more freedom. This was a little experiment I wanted to share with you so we can be reminded on how holding on something so tightly can cause us suffering instead of bring us happiness. As opposed to when we let go and just enjoy the moment of relaxation and relief, a sense of well-being comes in. That is the quality of our presence. We're fully present. Now, please take several cleansing breaths and let that experiment go. Breathing in and breathing out. Now, I would like you to visualize that you're in a park on a warm autumn day, and you're watching the changing of colors in the trees, the changing of the leaves. Okay? Please picture that in your mind's eye. As you're watching this view, are you thinking with your only if mind? Such as, I will be happy only if they have more trees in this park, so there's more leaves for me to see. Or maybe you're thinking, I would really enjoy this view if there's not so many people in this park. Now, let's switch that mindset to something else. Can we be open to the beauty of nature right here, right now, as it is, as we see the amazing tapestry of nature made of leaves of gold, red, orange, yellow, and green? Can we be present at this moment and smile when we hear laughters of children as they jump into tall piles of leaves with abundant joy? Can we appreciate the crisp air, how fresh it is as we breathe in and breathe out? And be happy that we're alive to enjoy this beautiful view right here, right now. I hope you got a taste of the difference between holding on something so tightly and holding it lightly. And how instead of depending or hitching our happiness to some external factors that may not happen, is not the source of our happiness. True happiness is possible when we relate to our life's experience moment by moment. We're fully present of what is right now. Before we end our meditation together, I would like to share a poem with you, and it is called Tripping Over Joy by a poet named Hafiz. And it goes something like this. What is the difference between your experience of existence and that of a saint? The saint knows that the spiritual path is a sublime chess game with God, and that the beloved has just made such a fantastic move that the saint is continually tripping over joy and bursting out in laughter and saying, I surrender. Whereas, my dear, I'm afraid you are still thinking that you have 1,000 serious moves to go. I feel that there's nothing wrong with planning for the future in of itself. For example, we need to make arrangement if we want to go on a trip, right? But the key to happiness or true enjoyment of our trip is to hold our plans lightly and not miss out our opportunity now to trip over joy and burst out in huge laughter and say, I surrender to life. Please gently, gently, slowly, slowly come back to yourself. Maybe wiggling your toes and fingers or stretch. Take your time. I know the meditation was pretty intense. Take a few deep breaths and please open your eyes. We'll come back. I hope you had an experience of how when we tie our happiness so tightly to external factors that may or may not happen, we're actually putting off the experience of happiness and we are suffering right now. Instead, it is really wonderful and empowering, I think, to know that the source of our true happiness is how we relate to our life moment by moment. It depends on the quality of our own presence. As one of my meditation teachers, Sylvia Boorstein, wrote, happiness is an inside job. So if we look outside for happiness, we really are looking for happiness in all the wrong places, such as going on shopping spree in the mall. Nothing wrong with being in the mall, but again, it depends on how we're relating to our experience in the mall, moment to moment. The only if mind is a strong conditioning. It has become like an unconscious habit. However, instead of treating our attachment as this nemesis, this mortal enemy, when we are aware of our attachment, it actually is a moment of awakening. Because without awareness, transformation is not possible. It takes a lot of honesty and courage to take a close look at our attachment. So please, no judgment, just loving kindness, self-compassion, and awareness. It takes a lot of honesty and courage to look inside of ourselves. So congratulations on being on this heroic journey. Good for you. Life is full of detours, and it is my sincere wish that you can enjoy the view while you're on your detours. Thank you for your lovely presence and kind attention. See you next time.